Will Chelsea get the job done against the Reds, or will Liverpool blow the Blues away? Watch until the end of this preview to hear all of my thoughts on tomorrow's match. Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my preview for the match that will be taking place tomorrow afternoon at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League between Chelsea and Liverpool, with kickoff at 4:30 p.m. UK time. So what I'm going to do for you guys in terms of this preview is that firstly, I will run you through the team news concerning the Chelsea team and only the team news concerning the Chelsea first team. I will then be giving you guys my lineup based on the team news that I will be giving you guys very shortly. And lastly, I will be giving you guys a score prediction. So without further ado, let's get straight into this preview. So we kick things off with the Chelsea team news, and in this preview I have two pieces of information for you guys in regards to the Chelsea first team, and the first one concerns Reece James, and this one explains that Reece James will be unavailable for tomorrow's match due to a hamstring injury that he suffered in our last match against Brighton and Hove Albion, and yes, he did have to go off the pitch after picking up the injury, so yes, he will be unavailable for tomorrow's match, and that will be a massive miss for us because Reece James, despite him not being at his best in recent games, is having or has had a really good season up to this point, and not just defensively but offensively as well. He's chipped in with some brilliant goals, and he has caused opposition defenses problems with his capabilities. So he will be a big miss, or hopefully not anyways, but he will be absent for tomorrow's match against Liverpool. And that's the first piece of information that I have for you guys in regards to the Chelsea first team. The second piece of information that I have for you guys concerns Andreas Christensen, Timo Werner and Thiago Silva, and this story explains that Andreas Christensen is a doubt with a back problem, while Timo Werner and Thiago Silva will be monitored after returning to training, so they could be back for tomorrow's match. Fingers crossed they are. But yes, that is it for the Chelsea team news. Some good and bad news there. And with our current injury situation, it's good to hear that some players are likely to be back, but it's also not good at all to hear that Reece James is out and possibly out for some amount of time. But yes, that is it for the Chelsea team news. We shall now move on to my lineup. Now for my lineup that I'm giving to you guys based on the team news that I've just given you. And yes, I will begin by talking about my formation of choice. And that is a variant of the 3-5-2 formation. And in this preview, I have chosen to go with a 3-4-1-2 and not a 3-4-3/3-4-2-1, because I am not someone who believes that we should go to a back four, but I do believe that we need to bolster up our midfield, because we have been getting outnumbered in midfield recently, and we have used the 3-5-2 in some of our recent games and have done so in parts of the season overall. But yes, I have gone with a 3-4-1-2 for the reasons I've just given you. And in terms of the personnel I have chosen to go with, I have gone with Edouard Mendy in goal. Yes, he is going off to the African Cup of Nations soon, but if he is able to play, then he should be playing this one. Nothing against Kepa, he has been brilliant whenever he's played. I just think that Edouard Mendy should be starting this one, if he's able to, of course. In terms of my back three, I've gone with Cesar Azpilicueta at right centre-back, purely because of the fact that we do need someone purely because of the fact that we're going to need someone of his quality in that position. Yes, I know for a fact that there are some of you who will be calling for him to start at right wing back, but I don't believe that he has the legs anymore. Plus, if he plays in that position, who's going to play behind him? But yes, that's why I've gone with Cesar Azpilicueta in the right centre-back position. In the centre of my back three, I have had to go with Trevor Chalobah, purely because of the fact that I do not know if Thiago Silva or Andreas Christensen will be able to start. But if they are, then obviously I'll go with one of... Then obviously they start. I hope that made sense. I'll just reiterate it. Um, if it didn't, if Thiago Silva or Andres Christensen are available, then hopefully they are able to start or at least make the bench. But yes, I've gone with Trevor Chalobah in the centre of my back three. Now, to complete my back three, I've gone with Antonio Rudiger in the left centre back position. And yes, I know that I've been picking him a lot in this position, and this is part of the reason why some of our players have been getting injured. But I do believe that his consistency is needed in a really big game against Liverpool. So that's why I've gone with him in this position. And now to move into the four that I've gone with Justin behind the one, and I mean the flat four in midfield, starting off with the wing backs, or the right wing back, shall I say. In this position, I've gone with Callum Hudson-Odoi because um, honestly, I've gone with him in this position because he has played there before and he has done fairly well in this position. Yes, it's not his best position by any means, but who else have we got? Yes, Christian Pulisic has played there recently, but we can all see that his best position is either in attacking midfield or on the left hand side. Definitely not up front, definitely not on the right hand side. He can play on the right hand side, but that's not his preferred side. We all know this. But yes, I've gone with Callum Hudson-Odoi down that side. And honestly, if he starts there, then we just have to hope that he does well against the likes of Sadio Mane and others. But yes, that's who I've gone with in the right wing back position. In the two central midfield positions, I've gone with Jorginho and N'Golo Kante. For me, N'Golo Kante has to start this game. He has to start this game. Um, we're coming up against a really strong Liverpool team that have just lost unexpectedly to Leicester City. And honestly, N'Golo Kante just simply has to start. We all know his capabilities. We all know what qualities he possesses. He normally does really well against Liverpool as well. So he has to start. Jorginho has to start for me because of his ability to dictate play from deep and his ability to spray balls. And it's as simple as that. Now in the left wing back position, I have gone with Marcos Alonso simply because of the fact that he's the only player who is a natural left wing back that we have, and it's as simple as that. Now, in terms of the player I've gone with in the number 10 position, I have gone with Mason Mount. Yes, you can argue that he is more of a number 8 than a number 10, but he can play there. And for me, with his ability to press the ball and spray passes and take shots from distance, this is a good position for Mason Mount. And in terms of the two in the two forward positions, I have gone with Kai Havertz and Timo Werner. Yes, I could have gone with Romelu Lukaku, but I don't think that he'll get started after the recent news. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm not someone who has paid too much attention to it, but I do understand that these things can have um, a bad influence on the rest of the players. So if he doesn't start tomorrow, then I completely understand. If we decide to go with Timo Werner for a different dynamic in our forward line, then I completely understand. Um, but that's the front two that I've gone with, and that is the lineup that I've gone with. Please, guys, do drop your lineups in the comment section below, and as always, I shall do my very best to respond. But here's a graphic showing you guys the formation that I've chosen and the players that I've chosen for my lineup. We shall now move on to my score prediction and conclude this preview by doing so. Now, in terms of my score prediction, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am not confident. This is a big game. We've not been at our best recently. We've been dropping far too many points, particularly at Stamford Bridge. And we have been struggling to keep clean sheets, and we haven't done so at Stamford Bridge since our 7-0 victory over Norwich City back in October. And we're facing a Liverpool team that has just lost to Leicester City and will feel that they should have gotten something from that game with the chances that they squandered. And I actually watched that game, and while Leicester City did deserve to win that game, Liverpool will be up for this one because not only did they feel that they should have gotten something from that game, they do sit directly below us in the Premier League table and are in possession of the knowledge of. Sorry, I'm not going to confuse you guys with that passage of speech. They are also in possession of. They know that they sit directly below us, and on top of that, they know that if they do not lose against us tomorrow afternoon, they will go above us in the Premier League table, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, this will be a difficult game for us. It will be um, interesting to see who starts. It will be interesting to see how the game goes down, because we do have quite a few players missing and some key players missing, if I shall add to that. But in terms of my score prediction, honestly, while I'm not confident, I do have to remain positive, and I have chosen to go with a 2-1 Chelsea win for that reason. Yes, there's a strong chance that this may not happen, but I do think that we can get it if we turn up and be at it from the get-go, because we can do it. It's just up to the players now. We're in a bad patch. We're in a difficult spell. We've been dropping far too many points. The title race has a huge question mark over it for Chelsea, but the players have to make a big statement. And if they do make a big statement, then then they can definitely get the job done. But yes, that's why I've gone over 2-1 Chelsea win. On top of that, I wouldn't be surprised if we got battered, because Liverpool are a great side. And yeah, but that's why I've gone over 2-1 Chelsea win. Please do drop your score predictions in the comment section below, and I'll see you all when it's all said and done. Come on, you Blues. Come on, Thomas Tuchel, and peace. Please go to Stamford Bridge and beat the Reds. Come on, Chelsea. Come on. Come on.